No live stream yet?
No. I just brought a camera and a mic.
You got a mic for him?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So it's gonna be in that room over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you're close range with this.
Do you got an extra
No.
no extra?
No, I only bring 2.
Alright.
You want to try tapping on it so I can see if I get.
How we doing? Good? Can you hear me? You got that? I'm still talking. We're good?
We're good.
Okay. Hey, do you have an extra you don't have a program?
Like the
Players'
roster?
names? Yeah.
Get here if you want to move this.
Sure. Thanks. So here we are in the second minute of the game. Mount Vernon, Luigi on the ball. Luigi going through. Touch in the middle and ball. Oh, referee might have been a handball there, but unfortunately no call made. Jaime with a touch. Paulie. Edwin. Luigi. Javi and Lake Stevens with the ball. Paulie with a flick back to Amador. Amador distributes to Jonathan. Jonathan easily evades pressure, finds Marco in the middle. Jonathan, poor touch. Marco, Jonathan, Dakota. On a well-timed run, just a little beyond his reach. Mount Vernon looking sharp in their new whites. All white with some trim. Classy. And throw into Lake Stevens. Thank you. I might have forgot a little. Stemness with the pressure. Fantastic slide tackle. And a takeaway in the center. Luigi finds Marco scrambling through the middle. Unlucky. Jaime with the interception. And a tackle. Throw in Mount Vernon. Jaime. Amador. Amador with a poor takeaway. Jonathan, Luigi, and right now Mount Vernon just hasn't found its rhythm yet. Trying to find a little rhythm on the ball. Paulie finding itself with a challenge. Lake Stevens with a cross, and Jaime easily taking the ball. Jonathan on the ball again, And opens up some space. Marco through the center. Luigi, can he catch it? Unfortunately not. But a good run. Keys is not losing the ball easily, but keeping that ball. We have Amador in goal. Jaime, Pauly, Edwin, Jesus playing a holding center midfield. And ball just driven out of the back. Steven joining me here in the booth this evening. Marco strong on the ball, holding it. Finds Luigi. Luigi!
right
and just doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, that referee's going to have to check that one because it was a direct hit to the face. Concussion protocol.
Absolutely.
Poor kid. That's gotta hurt.
Tough kid.
Tough, yeah.
Tough kid. Interesting, the referee just let them play that without coming and touching the ball.
Don't think that is allowed in the rules.
Generally not. Little schoolyard play there. Who's wearing number 18? Sergio on the ball. And out for a goal kick. A few regulars not in the 18 today due to various reasons, and we hope that they'll be able to return soon.
Two games that they'll have to sit out until they figure out their grade situation.
So one of the keys to high school ball is remembering the student athlete aspect of it, student being the operative word. Edwin making a run forward and unfortunate not to be able to catch up to that ball. Well, you like the way the first 10 minutes has gone. Mount Vernon definitely on the front foot.
Yeah, moving the ball well. I'd like to see him move the ball a little bit, maybe more on the outside. Get away from that central part of the field because it's getting a little bogged down.
And Lake Stevens plays that kind of game. They're going to sit in. They're not the prettiest looking team, but they fight. And they're big loads and they're disciplined.
Always competitive. Always a good game with Lake Stevens.
There's a foul in most countries. Then Stamnis on the ball. Stamnis with the touch to Jesus. Jesus to Pauly. Luigi. Jonathan. Luigi. Pauly. Stamnis. Javi. Stamnis. And a good display of possession.
A little ticky-tack foul called there. Mount Vernon's really showed great possession here in the last few minutes.
Edwin getting forward. Not the greatest of balls, but Mount Vernon again collects the ball. Amador.
Oh, Johnny, way to keep with it.
And out for a corner kick. And Mount Vernon will send its big boys forward. Amador stays home, the only one of the big boys. Jaime going forward. You expect he'll get 2 or 3 this season coming forward like this.
It's interesting. It looks like Lake Stevens is playing a zone defense on this corner kick. Something that Mount Vernon trains regularly against in practice.
Far post. Edwin back across.
It looks like the referee has made a call for contact. Interesting.
No whistle.
No whistle, and it seemed like keeper was totally fine with the situation. Maybe the ref is trying to establish himself early, or not early anymore, but establish himself in the game. Not a lot going on foul-wise.
An uncharacteristic giveaway. Luigi dancing. Getting ready for the prom. Just a bit much.
Beautiful day today.
It's gorgeous.
Mountains look beautiful. Mount Baker staring at us from afar.
Just pick-a-booing. Paulie, Luigi. Sometimes Luigi's feet get going faster than he actually is going. Stamnus. The fear of God in those young defenders' eyes as they see him come at him. And a great ball! Oh my God! It was so close!
Keeper coming up with a huge save on that one.
Oh! Just trickling across the line.
That was a goal, huh? Let's go,
Jaime. Long ball. That's a ball that Matt Yeoman loves a lot.
Get him, cut up!
Ooh,
That has gotta hurt.
that seems like that is a potentially a caution. And Stamnus was going to remember that. Number 2 has gone into Stamnus's little book.
That pass is not on point. Lake Stevens changing possession.
They play too much on this side.
Javi, Marco, Edwin, Javi. That's good collective team defense right there.
Ooh, attempted a bit of trickery, but it didn't work out that time.
I think that's where you miss a little bit of Andres tonight. It's just his ability to break down a defense just on his own. And you just have to, this is why you have a team. It's next man up. And if Mount Vernon's going to make noise not only in the league but in the district and then ultimately at the state tournament level, you're going to have 18, 20, 25 guys who are going to contribute. Whether it's for a few minutes here or a few minutes there, it is definitely a group effort. Mount Vernon, unfortunate not to be on the score sheet at this point on that last header by Luigi, but it's coming. It's coming.
Ooh, Johnny with a very good bring down of the ball on the right side up to Marcos in the middle. Javi sending the ball across, a little mistouch.
And Sergio getting his first taste of the varsity play, first team play, and he got excited there, and for good reason. He was through, and you hope for next time that he'll put that on frame.
It's definitely going to be in the back of his head until he gets another one.
Stamnus, Sergio,
Oh, that's a beautiful touch by
Javi.
Sergio to Javi. Good
Edwin.
control.
And just out of bounds. The AR called that.
It's great hustle by Edwin on that play. He has a ton of speed that he can just utilize on that right side. It's exciting to see.
Love a good wing back. Love a good wing back. A nice crowd again here at Mount Vernon Bulldogs Stadium. And for good reason. There's a lot of anticipation with this team and what they're capable of. Good community support, family, friends, classmates. Dan Pauly, Jonathan Salazar, Marco, Pauly,
Dakota coming back. Great save right there. Got to be careful there, getting a little sloppy in the backfield, and the referee makes a decision to call it. Lake Stevens is going to have the ball on the 30-yard line. Not really a shooting distance from this point,
not
but
against Amador.
it looks like they're going to pack in guys on the far post.
Edwin with a clear.
Ooh. Edwin with a little nifty tackle to get the ball, and he's sprinting up the field with the ball on the right side.
Tremendous switches on.
Beautiful ball across. Johnny holds up with the ball a little bit, and then a burst of speed. Ooh. I could watch Johnny do that all day.
Absolutely. He's a delight to watch.
Absolutely.
Stamnus, as always, steady in the center of the park. I understand that Stamnus will be playing his college ball at Western Washington University next fall. It's exciting for the program to see kids moving right into the college ranks and be able to play.
Go Vikings.
Go Vikings. Luigi with the first timer and just not quite to get all of it.
It's good to see, though, that they're getting opportunities on goal, making the keeper have to think a little bit.
Yep. And Luigi, you know, as a sophomore, there's some high expectations now that there's some boys not able to play. He steps up with a little bit more responsibility.
So we got 20 minutes left in the half. The bench hasn't been active yet. Seems like not a lot of action going on. First team's doing fine. Do you anticipate any subs coming on?
Looks like Daniel Martinez Dominguez will be coming on soon. And there was a shot, but not much. Kind of a shot. We got
Ian Brown warming up on the sideline.
Big Ian coming on. And you got Monaco Garza. And I think that's as deep as the bench goes this evening. There's 3 guys, and then Renee, the other goalie. I hate to call him a backup since he and Amador really do share the responsibilities. And talking to their goalkeeper coach, Matt Yeoman, he really sees those two as one and the same. They're both A-plus caliber goalies and would start on any team in Wesco 4A.
Coach's dream to have two
Oh, my
starting
goodness.
caliber keepers in Wesco.
It's a wealth at that position, really at every position here. And once again, Stamina's taking a shot. Dakota's not going to take that very long before somebody's going to get hit pretty hard.
Come on, Luis!
You know, I've been impressed with Lake Stevens' presence on the ball. Very calm, very collected. You can tell that they've practiced moving the ball around quite a bit. Very disciplined.
That was a commentator's curse right there. As soon as you said that, they gave away just a silly ball. But, you know, that is true what you said. Absolutely. You watch them and you don't see anybody who just makes you go, my goodness, that's frightening. But as a collective whole, they seem composed and they have a lot to play for here tonight. I'm sure they'd be happy to leave here with a tie. This is the last of the first round.
Substitution here. We have Sergio coming off the field. He had a good outing, his first varsity appearance.
That's a good well done, Sergio.
Danny Martinez goes on in replacement on the right side up top.
I like the way Danny plays. Brings a lot of heart, and he is crafty.
Oh yeah.
Crafty.
I think he really is going to change the chemistry of the game right now. I'm really excited to see what happens in the next 17 minutes.
Ian Brown comes in for Daniel Pauly. And Daniel did well defensively. I think he probably wishes he might have handled the ball a bit better at times, but he'll have more opportunity.
Edwin with a clear to move the team up.
Hey, dude, you know who did it for the... You know who did it for the...
Bulldog's doing a great job of high pressure.
She goes to my gym. He works at a refinery, bro.
Just in the last 5 minutes, you've seen that the field tilt a little bit. And you wonder if that's just some fatigue. Mount Vernon's played a lot of games, and it is a grinding season. 2 games per week, and having been at spring break.
Oh, Edwin.
took
Absolute hustle right there. That's
Yeah.
pure hustle.
Strong. And it's not pretty right now, but it is creating some frantic moments for the Lake Stevens back line. Oh,
Lake Stevens with the counterattack opportunity right now, but they elect to slow it down.
third man run.
Beautiful 1-2 by Lake Stevens.
They were like a they played at the...
That was like you guys' freshman year.
My freshman year.
Don't think they're going to beat Edwin with a long ball on that side today.
There was a little kid. He was a freshman too.
It just feels like they're making things a little harder on themselves than they need to. And just possessing the ball would be probably best. And Amador with an easy catch.
Like 2 inches.
And a little fishing moment right there. Catch and release. Out to Ian Brown.
And then the other guy, the forward.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, how do you feel about Mount Vernon's new jerseys?
Oh, I love them. I think they are a classy look. The white are sharp. The green are even better. That checkered look.
You know,
Unreal.
I'm not normally a checkered fan,
Yeah.
but it looks really good on the Mount Vernon green. That, it's really nice having something that is unique to Mount Vernon and Wesco. You know, no one else has the checkered.
No.
It looks really good.
Marco with a foul.
A little tie up in the legs there.
You hear a little grumbling in the stands. A few people a little little frustrated with the lack of composure, perhaps. Jesus, Marco in the wall.
On the last free kick, they played it near on a far post run. So we'll see if they try to repeat that.
And that's off of Mount Vernon for a Lake Stevens corner. I believe that's the first of the match for Lake Stevens. And Lake Stevens prepares to make a change, their first change of the half as well, perhaps.
Defensive sub. He's off.
Edwin with the clear. Mount Vernon tries to break out. Amador.
If Amador hadn't got that, it would have been called offside.
It's good refereeing to let them play. It's been a smooth half that way for sure. And another unnecessary giveaway. A little careless right now with the ball. Mount Vernon pushing forward.
Lake Stevens is really doing a great job of keeping the ball away from Mount Vernon right now. Mount Vernon needs to get the ball and maybe just get a few touches in with possession. And just settle the ball down and make Lake Stevens run for it, because right now Mount Vernon is doing an awful lot of defense.
Jonathan. Edwin. And that's better, just finding the open space.
Ooh, great ball to Javi by Edwin.
Daniel, and throw in.
My coach always told me when I was playing as a young kid, if in doubt,
kick it out.
Kick it out.
That's what they did.
That's what they did.
Stamnus, Jesus, Edwin, Marco.
Why not? Test the keeper.
Shoot it from far!
DeAndre did that a few weeks back at Mariner, and I remember thinking to myself, no, might have even said no out loud, and yet found it into the back of the net. Probably one of the best goals of the season so far. I think Marco had similar visions. Ian Brown, Luigi. And from this vantage point, it just sometimes seems like Mount Vernon is playing a couple of guys and not everybody participating, both on offense and on defense. Even right now, there's two guys in the box. Jonathan coming up late. But you don't have Ian and Edwin getting involved as much as you might like. Marco. And it breaks down.
Lake Stevens
well done, Marco.
has neglected to use the counter opportunities that they've had. They seem to really like to slow it down, have possession, move up as a team.
You make more money, and the more money you spend, it's the same thing.
But I agree with you. If they're not going to be a countering team, it'd be nice to get those marking backs the ball a little bit more and spread the field a little bit.
And the throw-in has been called by referee.
Nice switch of the ball by Jaime to Ian. Ian dribbling up to the 50, to the 55.
And here's the break. Just talking about the switch is on for Stevens. And Jaime steady as always.
I like watching Jaime play. He always comes into a tackle so confident. You never see him taking too unnecessary of a risk with a tackle.
The cross well behind the goal.
Was it a cross?
Maybe it was a shot. Either way, not very good.
With about 8.5 minutes left in the half, it's been a pretty tight game in the midfield so far. Not a lot going on, either team, shooting-wise.
Aside from that one really good opportunity that Luigi had that came from a wing play, and
Luigi, put it over him!
Luigi just had a nibble at it and couldn't quite take the bite that he wanted. Referee or the goalkeeper taking a little safari. Stamnus. Referee saw this as off of Stamnus, and it goes for a throw into Stevens.
Ooh, a big throw into the box. Cleared by Jaime.
Edwin. Long clear. Back line slides forward a bit, but unable to really clear the line. And a desperate kick. Jonathan. Under all kinds of pressure.
Doesn't seem like Lake Stevens is much in a hurry this game. It makes you wonder if a tie was in their game plan.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they're sitting, I believe it's in third or fourth place in league at present. And they would be happy probably to go into halfway through the season at this point. Shot, Amador.
Amador throws the ball out wide for Ian. Back to Jaime. Around the back to Edwin. Good little cross there. Edwin with a lovely chip to Javi. Javi losing what appeared to be a cross back through the middle.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes, you would have thought Mount Vernon, it's a matter of time at this point. You'd start to think, it's not really a matter of time, it's a matter of trying to get control of this game again.
Lake Stevens has really taken over the tempo of the game, and
yeah, it's
kind of slowed things down.
Slowed it down a lot.
Edwin with a long drive down the line. And pressures Lake Stevens to kick the ball out for a Mount Vernon throw.
Yeah, Lake Stevens presently is sitting in third place. Edwin with a drive.
Ooh, a ball in, far side. Oh, with hands in the back like that, you got to wonder if the kid's training to be a cowboy.
Give him a saddle. He might have gotten right on top and ridden him. Marco with a good ball to Edwin. Edwin with a lovely touch. Ball's in the middle still alive. Daniel. Marco wanting to get onto his favorite foot. Unfortunate, just too much in there. We're into the final 5 minutes and ball out of bounds to Mount Vernon. Lake Stevens at 4-2 at this point, right behind league leaders Kamiak and Mount Vernon, both sitting atop of the table at 4-1-1. So just a half game behind, And so they really would love to just walk out of here with a tie.
Ooh, Johnny from distance.
And he just did not get a hold of that the way he normally can. And you wonder if the goalkeeper's checking himself right now. Might have had a little fear as he saw Johnny lining up for that one.
Yeah, normally that's a golden opportunity for Johnny.
Stamnus. Stamnus. Javi. Jesus. Edwin. Jaime. Excellent composure. Jonathan. And just pushed off the ball.
Dakota having a word with the Lake Stevens player who we thought maybe came in a little bit with his elbow.
He's coming from behind! Luigi, llévatela! ¡Hasta la cocina!
Good in by Stammis to disrupt the play.
¡Hasta la cocina, Javi!
Javi just not finding the attacker's feet.
Mount Vernon doesn't have a classic center forward, someone who's just, standing at the top, setting things up and offering.
Oh, and the ball is.
Oh my God! No! Asimero!
Another opportunity knocking at the door.
I'm excited, Pancho. You gotta move.
Final 2 minutes. Referee has the official time on the field with him. No indication yet as to how much added time he would have. Not that much has happened that would add time. And Lake Stevens walking to the ball, happy really to see this half out.
Renee is warming up on the sideline, getting ready for the second half.
Hey, has he done 315? Oh, I know he was close.
Strong by Jaime, as usual. Jaime might be the best center back in the league.
Oh, I would be surprised if he doesn't get a first team.
Yeah. Jesus
Recognition.
to Amador, clear. And sure as always, clears it. You wonder what the halftime will be about. Looking down and just seeing what the boys are talking about, see what coaching staff can come up with.
Well, if you're Lake Stevens, I think that you're going to be going into halftime feeling pretty good, feeling pretty positive with this. Yeah. You're controlling the run of play defensively. You're collapsing back in the middle and making it really hard for any opportunity. For Mount Vernon, I really think that they have to have possession, and they're going to have a little bit better passing around through the outside.
And maybe another chance just at the close of the half. And a giveaway again up. Javi. Marco. And they really are suffocating Mount Vernon. And well done by Jaime. And a quick release. And that might just be not the best for Mount Vernon, trying to go with a long ball from Amador.
Oh. Spicy tackle there by Lake Stevens. And that's half.
That's halftime. And Barry Barra has some work to do in that locker room. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. And we're back. Second half just underway. Mount Vernon made a few changes. And they've sorted out into a 3 in the back. Jaime back to Renee, one of the changes at halftime. And as Matt Yeoman will tell you that there is no difference between Renee and Amador. That sub is purely because both boys work hard and both boys are deserving.
I really like the adjustment to 3 in the back. In the first half, we saw Lake Stevens liking to possess and work slowly up the field. There's no need to have that extra defender back there. Hopefully it's going to open up some space up in the midfield for Mount Vernon. Ooh, a corner for Mount Vernon. Lake Stevens doesn't seem too happy about the decision.
Please feel free.
Ooh, keeper in, punches the ball up high. But not cleared. Dakota with a bicycle. Holy moly.
My goodness. That would have gotten some people pretty excited.
Lake Stevens dribbling out of their back.
Monica Garza warming up slightly on the sidelines. Pauly with a
Ooh,
stop.
Marcos with a beautiful touch around a defender. Maybe one touch too many, though.
I'm sure Lake Stevens halftime talk was, well, that's going pretty well. Let's keep that going.
They got to be pretty happy with that first half.
Yeah, you bet. The weather's changed just a little bit. The sun has set. It's a little bit of a breeze and an offshore flow westward. Maybe some rain in the next couple of hours.
The barometric pressure is.
Another long throw in for Lake Stevens into the box, but Mount Vernon confidently clearing the ball. The defensive line pushes up as Lake Stevens resets. Ooh.
That's some place that Mount Vernon really needs to look to crush, is that their center backs at Lake Stevens are just not strong. Oh, and Marco crack! Oh, and just over the bar. My goodness.
Great opportunity there for Marco. Has a lovely touch to the outside. Swings with his body, looking to cheap the keeper who's off his line a little bit. Good recognition there.
And once again, Lake Stevens, no hurry to even get this ball back in play. Jesus, Edwin.
Ooh, Edwin turning on the speed. Can he beat 3? Good little tackle by number 8 for Lake Stevens.
Edwin Stamnus. It's good. Stamnus been doing some ab work there, otherwise that might have hurt a little bit.
Jim Cheecher is proud right now.
Edwin.
Little baby bouncy ball back to the keeper, but Renee handles it well. Ooh.
That's going to mark.
Little.
He's not looking at the play at all, just running right into Dakota.
And the referee agrees with you, Barron. That's a yellow card for Lake Stevens. Number 13.
Lake Stevens coach up in arms, but you gotta wonder what he was looking at.
Doesn't look like there is a 13 on the roster for Lake Stevens. So interesting.
Jaime to Jonathan. And I'm never going to like that ball against this Lake Stevens team. It's just the way to beat these boys is going to be on the ground. Edwin.
Jesus with a good look out to Edwin, but Edwin having a bad touch with his hip.
And there's some arms flailing, some heads dropping. Occasionally these Mount Vernon boys, they need to lift their game. Monaco Garza taking off his top and preparing to enter the game, looks like.
Mr. Bernal, would you come to the scullery so we please?
Marcos shielding off the Lake Stevens player. Good little ball up top to Sergio, out wide to Edwin. Edwin gets to it, but unable to get around it. Goal kick for Lake Stevens.
Paulie. And this is what you want to do. Just move these boys around and not do that. Jesus to Edwin. Javi. And the near post ball, no run.
They really seem to be using Edwin on the right side a lot more this half. It's nice to see his utilize his speed.
And Monaco Garza steps on for Daniel Paulie.
Lake Stevens switching the field through the back and playing up. Mount Vernon clears the ball back to the Lake Stevens keeper, who easily collects the ball up and sends it for a boot.
Jaime. Javi. Ian. Ian with good little footwork. Monaco with his first touch on the ball.
Ooh, and Lake Stevens read that ball.
Jaime.
A little high pressure from Lake Stevens, and it paid off.
And a good defensive challenge by Monaco. Edwin. Felt like Bear might have wanted to get on the field there for a second. The passionate man.
Trying to inspire his boys to play with maybe a little bit more passion. Johnny settles the ball down, passes to Dakota, working it up the left side. A neat little pass in, but maybe a little too much fancy going on there at the end with the back heel pass.
Jesus. Monaco. Jaime. Renee. Jaime. Jaime. And I would say that that has been the sore spot this evening, has been that distribution out of the back. No one is above that at this point. Even Jaime has had his fair share.
Substitution here for Mount Vernon. Sergio coming out of the game. And Luigi going in up top. Lake Stevens working it across the middle of the field. I think Lake Stevens was looking for a flick on there. And referee calls a foul on the 5 yards out from the top of the box.
Luigi setting the wall. The referee has called it to be on his whistle. Set the wall 10 yards back.
Looks like some activity on the far side of the box. The referee has taken notice.
Let's get this W!
And an absolutely fantastic save by Rene Serrano. That is as good as scoring a goal. You might not see that in any kind of stat sheet, but that was a game changer right there. That could have easily been won. Long arm of the law is what one commentator has said. Not an easy ball to gauge.
Mount Vernon with the zone defending on this corner. Lake Stevens lines up on the back far side. Lake Stevens got a good head on the ball, but wide to the right.
Come on, Bulldog!
Jesus. Marco. And there is the bugaboo this evening. Has been that extra touch once you spring through.
Come on, Brad! Thank you!
Stamina's taken down again. He may be the most fouled player in the league. Jonathan Stamnus. A good cross, but again, near post, no one there to give a little flick.
Again and again! All day. All day, baby. All day. What?
Ref calling a foul by Mount Vernon in the back of the Lake Stevens player on that last header.
Let's get a 1-0, boys.
Referee having a word with the two players involved with the last foul. Tells them that's enough.
And that's a corner kick. Monaco doing just enough to disrupt that.
Lake Stevens has been up in the pressure in the past few minutes. Feels like Mount Vernon have been trying to get out of their own end.
I don't know if it's maybe the spring break hangover. These people just a little bit tired after a sleepy week. The ball went out of bounds, curling out and then back in. Well read by the AR on the far side.
You know, I've been pretty happy with the officiating crew tonight. They've been doing a good job.
I actually know the center referee. His name's Doug. And Doug went to school with my older brothers back in the 70s at Roosevelt High School in Seattle. Fantastic young man. And he's just giving back to the community.
It's a small world, huh?
I finished the beer myself.
Wait, that was at Ernesto's, no?
What is it like? Yeah. I finished like a 24.
With the absence of a few key guys, you wonder who it will be who will then bring about some stability. Is it Jonathan? And as cute as that is to make somebody, giving the ball away again is just that much more trouble for us. Jaime.
Good, strong challenge by Jaime.
Jaime.
Big smooth.
Javi. Terrific tackle. Terrific tackle. Ian Brown with a throw and trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Edwin with a flick.
Oh, wonderful flick to Luigi. Luigi unable to get it off his foot, though.
Ian Brown. Stamnus. Javi. Calling for guys to get in the box. Javi brings it to his left foot. And trying to climb the ladder was Jonathan, but his step ladder was maybe a 2-footer rather than the 8-footer that he needed.
Really like seeing them get the ball out wide to Javi. He has a great cross. Tone that cross in just a little bit, and that's going to be a great shot on goal.
And as Bear looked at his bench, it's not like he can turn and just go, here is the one who's going to change the game for me. Solid.
Oh yeah, you can get the brown bro, you know?
Luigi. Jonathan. Combination play.
Johnny tried to take him on the inside there, and looked like the defender held his ground well.
Yeah, I always like to think, how would I want that called against my own team? I don't know if there was much there. Ian Brown. Ian Brown. Ian Brown.
Hey!
Ian Brown.
Yeah!
Ooh, Dakota with a brilliant tackle there. Up with the ball. Ooh, horse collar looked like. That's got to be a card, and it is. Dakota goes over to have a quick word.
Hey, that's a yellow card, ref! He kicked him!
You maybe would have liked the referee to get there a little bit quicker. Now it seems there's a confrontation on the sideline.
Come on, Bulldog!
You always got to be careful with fouls right in front of the opposite team bench, though. It's always going to excite the bench.
Keep calm!
So both ARs start to get involved.
We can beat him! 1-0!
And that would be definitely categorized as a fairly dirty challenge there on Dakota. I don't like to see that. And the referees have gotten their hands full at this point.
Let's go!
Did you know that the male adolescent in this stage of their life have 7 times the amount of testosterone coursing through their body? So sometimes decision making isn't the best. Jonathan.
Great clear by Lake Stevens.
Jaime. Renee. Stamnus.
Marco with a great 1-2 with Stamis. Marco putting the ball out for Edwin.
Let's go!
Javi finding a way to get the ball inside the box.
Ian Brown.
All the way up!
Jaime. And a foul on Luigi.
I don't mind that foul right there.
No.
They were having a quick attack and slowed the game down a little bit. Allows Mount Vernon to reset. Ooh. Ball is let through. Jesus
Come on! 17 minutes, boy!
kicks the ball wide. Allows for Mount Vernon to reset, collect themselves again.
Well done by Javi.
Oh, neat little ball to Stamis. Oh,
Back touch.
and a beautiful combination play.
Come on, Green!
Monaco, Stamnus, Jaime,
Let's play it all!
Ian, Edwin.
Up! What the?
Handball.
Oh, the handball. That ball just ran up and grabbed his hand. A little frustration.
You got to wonder at this point in the game who's going to be the bulldog that steps up, puts the team on their shoulders.
Yeah. Some of the likely suspects aren't available this evening, and you wish they were, but excuses are like armpits. Everybody's got them, and they all stink. So at this point, somebody's going to have to step up. Luigi. And there's that center forward, that missing piece, that stand-up, that target player has just not been available. And a good tackle by Jaime.
Lake Stephen player has stayed down. Looks like he picked up a little knock from hitting the ground.
Approaching the 15-minute remaining mark. Of course, the referee will hold time on the field, and there have been a few cards and little knocks here and there.
What can we do?
There's high expectations around this program this year. Returning to glory days of the 1990s when Mount Vernon was able to win a state championship, and you wonder, you know, when you have those expectations, if there isn't a little bit of pressure. Stamnus, like he had eyes in the back of his head.
Edwin making a run on the outside.
Javi, Ian, Stamnus, Javi, and 13 again, playing with fire as he took down Stamnus one more time. He's already playing with a caution. You wonder if Lake Stevens is going to be able to finish this game with all 11 players on the field.
You would hope that the referee is now recognizing that Stamnus has been fouled many times in this half. Persistent infringement not necessarily being the same player fouling, but can be the same player being fouled.
Yeah. It's doubtful that that was mentioned in their locker room to take shots at him, but some indication that might have been said. Stamnus. Brown coming forward. Marco. Stamnus. I'm just just passed.
A diving Lake Stevens goalkeeper. Looks like Johnny on that shot.
Yeah, Johnny on the shot. Just a bit off target. Looked like their goalie had it covered, but unfortunate. Once again, their goalie taking some time. Not surprising.
Marco brings it down. Little 1-2.
Let's go, Abby!
No, it's too much. Too much. And Renee quickly brings the ball in.
1 goal, 3 points.
Quick restart on the goal kick.
Jonathan.
You can feel a sense of urgency building up on the field for both teams now. Both teams looking for that goal to seal the game.
Jaime.
With Lake Stevens maybe opening up a little bit to try to get that goal, it might provide an opportunity for Mount Vernon to have a quick counter.
Good flick by Marco. Luigi. Something special. Great ball. Let it go.
And he passes the ball behind Edwin, but Edwin collects in the corner. Puts the ball near post, but no one was there.
Jonathan. Ian. Javi. Jaime.
Why you keep going up?
Marco. Monaco. Jesus. Monaco.
Marco with the steal. Luigi with the right idea, but maybe not as low to the ground as he wanted that ball. Good opportunity, good build up though. And Monaco is coming off the field. Daniel Polly going back in at left back.
10 minutes!
And there is about 10.5 minutes left in this game on the game clock, as the official time is kept on the field by the referee.
Light sprinkle has started to fall as we had said, the weather has changed. Ball to Lake Stevens. Will it be an individual moment of glory, or will it be a team spectacular play that makes it the difference tonight for either team, really?
No, that's nothing!
Stamnus.
His first touch really got away from him on that one.
Renee. Oof.
Ball outside of the box, so Renee could not pick up the ball.
No control! No control!
Stamnus. Marco. Jonathan. Oh, well read by Lake Stevens again. Luigi pressuring. Oh, well read by Marco, and it's a 2v2. 2v2.
Oh, Marco! Oh no, referee! I do not know. I do not know about. I don't know. Did not know about that call. That looked That looked awfully close from up here.
It's tough to tell. You just expect that AR is doing his job. Obviously, there's no VAR here at this level, but you can tell why they have it at the MLS level now. And kick directly out of bounds.
8 minutes left on the clock.
72nd minute. Edwin coming over for a quick drink of water. And I think this is a little bit, you're seeing some fatigue. And that is part of just not having a full complement, not having your full 18 this evening. And as you said earlier, you just hope those boys who are not able to play right now due to grades, that they are able to rectify that situation, as well as the boys who might be nicked up, that they'll be able to regain their fitness to be able to join the team.
These possession type games are really take a toll on teams too. On defense, you're having to move quickly around. Everybody on the field's going to be working extra hard.
And a goal kick. Rene Serrano. Ian Brown. Dakota.
Ooh, Dakota hit again.
By 13. Number 13. Over and over and over again. Boy. I'd like to have someone into the referee's ear just to be able to say, hey, keep note of that. And telegraph that. Jaime. Daniel Pauly. Stamnus. Marco. And ball. At every turn, Lake Stevens has had a response. And they're just all sitting back. Lake Stevens doesn't have much. Ian Brown. Daniel Pauly. And here comes Lake Stevens now looking to make a little pressure. That's a great ball. Changing the direction. Jonathan.
Oh, Marco using his body well to win that one. Marco unable to find Johnny on the left side, but Pauly with a great hustle play, winning a free kick.
And we're into the 75th minute just about.
Lake Stevens dropping all 11 behind the ball.
Jesus on the ball. To Javi.
Quick!
Jesus. Luigi.
Come on, baby!
Marco trying to thread the needle there.
Oh,
Jaime with a beautiful little flick to Ian.
Pauly. Edwin. And we've seen that a number of times. It's hard after a week of vacation to get back into the rhythm of getting up at 6, going to school all day, after school, and then coming out. Looking for some heart right here. There are 4 results. Win pretty, win ugly, lose pretty, and lose ugly. I'll tell you what, I would rather win ugly than lose pretty. And at this point, The win ugly is kind of what we're looking at. Renee Serrano. Stamnus. Pauly.
Ooh. Pauly may be lucky on getting a call on that one.
Jonathan.
Handball!
There's a lot happening on the sidelines right now. And the frustration that happens at these high school games sometimes, the referee is the one who takes the brunt of it because it's hard to get mad at high school boys. Renee.
The clock at 2:30, winding down, will be stopped at the 2-minute mark. Official time will be kept on the field.
Jesus. Jonathan. Pauly joining him. Pauly, wing back, cross, and a disappointing result after a fantastic run.
Just didn't quite get his foot around the ball, bring it back in front of the net.
That might be how this game has been. Lots of good intentions. If the score remains tied in Wesco League play, they will play 2 5-minute overtimes, being a golden goal. But we still have a bit of work to do tonight before we get to that point.
Ian applying pressure high up of the field. Lake Stevens electing to just clear it, and we have a reset. Ooh. And that's where high pressure pays off.
Yeah. And Lake Stevens has done its work. Good scouting, and they've played their game plan. You have to tip your hat to them. Javi.
Ooh, Javi getting out of trouble. Unable to find Johnny on the far side.
Oh shit!
Looks like Johnny got in some extracurriculars there on the far side that weren't seen by the ref.
Hey!
Yes.
There's been no indication on how much time the ref will be adding tonight.
Junior, no mames, how'd you miss that goal, dude? You're fully done already.
Ooh, and Lake Stevens.
3 on 2 now. 3 on 1.
And the ref has her flag up on the far side. Great call, really, with Jaime coming up high on the pitch to challenge there. The crowd now feeling a sense of urgency. Javi down the line.
Referee has looked at his watch. He's indicated 1 additional minute.
Seems a little
Let's go!
seems a little few for me there, Baron.
Here we go!
I'd agree. I'd like to have seen at least 4.
Lake Stevens electing to ice the puck.
Apt.
Ooh.
Sometimes it's contagious. Good play, bad play. It's just challenging, no doubt. And Mount Vernon finds itself deadlocked 0-0 they'll gather up and they will go at it for another 10 minutes.
Golden goal.
Golden goal.
So whoever scores, that will be the game.
Yeah. This is not over, folks. There's still overtime to go. 10 minutes of overtime, 2 5s. And it's golden goal in this setting right here. There's definitely some fans here who are confused about how the game of soccer works in Wesco 4A, but they're figuring it out.
You know, Baron, I would like to call this free soccer. You pay admission, and this is free 10 minutes.
It's a bonus 10. It's a bonus 10. And who cares about school tomorrow morning? I do. Let's go!
It's going to be really interesting to see how the teams come out for this last 10 minutes. A lot of tired legs out there at this point in the game.
It's hard to imagine that they'll be able to just flip a switch and play a dramatically different game. You just kind of think at this point, someone's going to gut it out. Mount Vernon gathering, large group, students, adults, all with a vested interest in terms of energy, passion. I think a 0-0 scoreline is probably pretty fair.
Pretty fair for this game. It's been a battle, a very central midfield battle.
Not very many clear chances.
Captains come out to the center of the field for a second coin toss.
It's an important 3 points right here. You know, each win is worth 3 points. A tie is 1. And I'm sure each evening all the coaches, different players will look at the Wesco 4A, the WescoAthletics.com website to follow the league's action. And there'll be plenty of eyes wondering how this result is coming about. And a 0-0 result, I think, would have some people raising their eyebrows. I think people expected Mount Vernon to have a battle, but certainly walk away with a win.
Mount Vernon is expected to get the 3 points this evening, so anything less than the 3 points will hurt a little bit for these boys. Especially when they're neck and neck with Kamiak.
Glacier Peak, Lake Stevens.
It's a tough league to be in.
It's no gimmies. Some future Bulldogs out on the field right now.
So if you're not familiar with the format, we'll be playing 2 5-minute halves. At the end of the first 5 minutes, they will switch sides. There will not be a break in between the 2 5-minute halves, just a short water break. And
That's
a
correct.
reminder that this is a golden goal, so the first team to score a goal wins.
It used to be called sudden death, but somebody thought it was more pleasing to hear golden goal. Javi, Marco, Jonathan. Javi making the overlap. Jonathan. Jaime. Back to Renee.
It's good to see that the supporter section has gotten to their feet. Jaime back to Renee, and Renee clears. Marco with a nice touch to Javi. Javi out wide to Johnny.
Goodness. Goodness. That would have been something spectacular and would have erased the memory of a frustrating first 80 minutes. And I think that's what you're looking at, just a simple goal, and you flush this one down the toilet and just walk away with 3. Not much really to learn here. Pressure, Jonathan. Stamnus steps up. Marco. Jonathan. Stamnus.
Oh,
Great ball.
Interesting tackle there by Lake Stevens.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you
It's good to see that Mount Vernon keeping the ball in the attacking half of the field so far.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Lake Stevens dropping
Deep.
deep into their own half.
Jaime and Mount Vernon giving the ball away. Daniel to Renee. Renee to Ian Brown. Ian Brown doing his best and dress, but just not quite enough.
A little ambitious from that distance, I would have to say.
Was that a shot? Maybe.
I'm inclined to say it was a shot.
Yeah. I mean, it had seemed to. I mean, if it had gone in, we would have all called it a shot.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Stamnus straight up. Jesus. Ian.
Not a lot of time left on the clock. We're at 1:10. These overtime halves go very quickly. Good throw into the Luigi. Luigi with the hustle. Great ball to Javi. Javi finding Johnny on the left side. Oh, Johnny gets around. Oh, maybe a tug, maybe a foul. I saw something different there.
It looked like quite a circus move by all of them.
You gotta wonder the
20
angle
seconds.
that the referee had maybe on that.
Referee,
Maybe missed one there.
he might have. Ian Brown, School of Andress.
Maybe a little too complicated there.
He's looked at his watch. And you really kind of want to just let this game go until there is a clear winner. And that's the end of the half. They're going to switch sides.
Only
And
5
they're
more
gonna
minutes
do-
left here in this competition. If we do end in a tie at the end of this next 5 minutes, we will
We'll go home.
We'll go home. It will be a tie. Hopefully, though, we'll see a goal. We'll see a goal for a Bulldog and get the 3 points. The crowd is really getting vocal now.
Definitely several hundred people here this evening.
Seems to be a happy buzz. Everyone likes free soccer, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
high spirits in the
And
stands.
another giveaway. It's almost as if it's Halloween, the number of things that have been given away this evening. Stamnus. Edwin.
Oh, Edwin, take it!
Edwin sizes up the Lake Stevens defender. Quite can't get around him.
Ian
Recovered by
Brown.
Brown.
Javi. Stamnus. Paulie's open on the far side. Staying tight. And the Lake Stevens defender had no idea what was happening there.
Marco. Some great defending by number 7 for Lake Stevens right there. Let the ball go out.
And we have just under 4 to go. And Lake Stevens really in no hurry to play.
No, I really do think Lake Stevens is going to be happy with a tie.
Yeah.
Oh, the ref with a nice little touch there.
That's a tough throw. And a switch. Jaime. Ian Brown. Edwin.
No! Let's go, guys! Let's go!
Marco.
Javi!
Javi.
Take him!
Javi with a neat little touch out to
Edwin.
oh, a beautiful give and go by number 4 on Lake Stevens.
Take him, my man!
Renee. Calm as can be. Jaime. And a giveaway. And contagious. The unforced errors has been unusual, to say the least.
Ooh.
And a 4-on-2 and a shot.
Oh no, a rebound out. And Lake Stevens capitalizing off the rebound. The referees indicate a goal, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen, at Bulldog Field.
That's a stunner.
That is an absolute stunner.
That is a stunner.
Let's go!
And I think it's quiet in the stadium for the most part. Lake Stevens has to be absolutely thrilled. And Renee obviously is frustrated. That was a hard shot, came right at him, and had a lot of heat. Came off of him and rebound, and that was that. And it certainly is not on Renee. That is going to be a team that's going to need to look itself in the mirror and wonder what they need to do better.
They're going to have to hit practice tomorrow hard and really focus on getting their game plan fixed, getting their chemistry sorted out, because they're going to be without the same players again on Wednesday down at Monroe.
It's going to be a tough game.
Hope people can make it down to that game. It's always a good game down in Monroe.
Yep. Well, that's all I have for tonight. I'm Bernd Strom.
I'm Stephen Krafts. Thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you next time at MVHS TV.
Take care.